Simply put, there is no more important bilateral relationship for Americans than its relationship with its neighbor Mexico. The history-making reforms undertaken by Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto in his first year in office has that relationship poised for an even closer cooperation and economic benefits for both nations. Just last May, U.S. President Barack Obama traveled to Mexico City for his first bilateral meeting with Mexican President Peña Nieto. At their first joint press conference, President Obama praised the long-standing ties between the two nations.
Mexico and the United States have one of the largest, most dynamic relationships of any two countries on earth. And yet we don't always hear about all aspects of these extraordinary ties because too often two issues get attention: security or immigration.
Mexico and the United States have a strong, multifaceted partnership. Bilateral trade accounts for $500 billion a year, with Mexico exporting over $280 billion in goods and services to the United States annually. Manufacturing accounts for 80% of Mexican exports, including high-tech sectors such as aerospace and automotive. Mexico is now the world's fourth largest exporter of automobiles and the world's leading destination for aerospace investment, thanks to an education system that graduates over 100,000 new engineers every year. President Peña's first year in office was highlighted by the historic Pact for Mexico, in which the political parties agreed to find common ground instead of partisan gridlock. This agreement resulted in the enactment of a series of historic reforms, restructuring Mexico's education, finance, telecommunications, and energy sectors to consolidate Mexico's development. As President Obama noted, the reforms achieved by President Peña will strengthen the bilateral relationship.
I want to commend President Peña Nieto and the Mexican people for the ambitious reforms that you've embarked on, to make your economy more competitive, to make your institutions more effective, and I know it's hard, but it's also necessary. Ultimately, only Mexicans can decide how Mexico reforms, but let me repeat what I told the President. As Mexico works to become more competitive, you've got a strong partner in the United States, because our success is shared. When one of us prospers, both of us prosper.
President Enrique Peña Nieto quoted from a speech delivered by President John F. Kennedy at a similar bilateral in Mexico more than 50 years ago.
La geografía nos ha hecho vecinos.
Geography has made us neighbors. Tradition has made us friends. Let no one separate what nature has united. That is why we hope that this climate of dialogue, understanding, and agreement that we are beginning will achieve increased growth, development, and greater opportunities for our people. As the two leaders and their counterpart from Canada gather for the first trilateral meeting in nearly 2 years, the three-country bloc is set to take its place as perhaps the most dynamic economic engine in the world.